Hey Paul, this is Alex from Wrangler. Here's the green Jeep we talked about this morning. I'm going to do a walk around, go over the vehicle in detail with you, make sure you're aware of all the little nicks, stings, dents, scratches, that type of thing. And then there's a few other things I want you to be aware of as well if you were to come in and take a look at it, just so you know what you're looking at. So, we'll hope I don't get dive bombed by a wasp again. That happened last time, and maybe we'll see if we have any more excitement. So to start with, like I mentioned, the fender flares obviously are missing. We're going to replace those. Now, if you notice here, and I'm going to point this out because this is probably something you would see, you notice that there's what appears to be anyway a piece of the fender flare still left on here, like on this bracket. So that leads me to believe that either, well, and then there's stuff, yeah, actually here too, I just noticed that. Same there, and then maybe on the other side. I know there's that on the other side, and then yeah, same thing here. So it makes me wonder what happened. Like maybe they were forcibly removed, like perhaps they were off-road and the wheels were turned, you know, sharply, and the wheel was like, they had some articulation in the front, and the wheel was turned, and it was also jacked up, you know, it was up high in the wheel well, and it, like, the fender caught the tire and it popped it off. That's really all I can think of. Other than that, they were just ripped off by some mechanism, either by a person or said by the tire, possibly in the back as well. Maybe, you know, something the previous owner put the wheels and tires on and didn't foresee that happening, and then took it off road, and that happened. That's a possibility. But in any case, you got that going on. Again, I wanted to point that out now because I figured you would see it if you would have come in and kind of asked me that question. Hey, what happened there? Well, I don't know, but I can guess. Some little scratches here in the hood, nothing crazy, just like from snow brushes is my assumption. And then some weird, like, kind of soft dents, and you can see it. Let me get on the other side, you can see it better with the sun. There's a big one there, and then there's just kind of like, it almost looks like, I don't know what that is, something fell on it, or yeah, that's something. See, there's a scuff there, so something hit there. And then I'm not sure what happened in general, honestly, but you got a dent here, you got a dent there behind the door, and I will show you in a minute what that's about. Generally speaking, I mean, it's pretty nice in general. The body is anyway, little door dings and tiny stuff. I mean, it's a 13-year-old Jeep, it's gonna have some stuff. Rear bumper's had a little bit of rust on it, not uncommon with these because it's just a single coat of paint, and then you chip the paint off, and then it's bare metal and it rusts like that. So the vehicle's not rusty, it just, the bumper is, unfortunately. You'll also notice the spare tire carrier is missing. It's in the back of the vehicle. I'll show you that. I guess as it was either broken or it was taken off by somebody. But yeah, that's the spare tire carrier. It's supposed to mount this. It's supposed to go right there, and then it's supposed to latch in here, and you unlatch it, swing it out, then open the door. That's the way it's supposed to work, but it's not on there, and I'm not sure what our plans are with that, to be honest with you. So it helps if you do things in the right order. So, there we go, that's better. Let's see, some little brush scratches on the side of the cab there, and then on top too, there's some scratches up there. You can see, it looks like watermarks maybe, but those are actually scratches on the roof. I assume from stuff that was on the roof rack that got dropped or got dragged over the roof. Scratches on the windows here too, you know, from dirt, from going off-road, getting mud and dirt down in the window seals, and then rolling the windows up and down. It's pretty common on Jeeps. But again, in general, I mean, the paint's good, the body's straight, just little stuff, little scratches here, you know, brush scratches. It's a Jeep, obviously. Again, I keep saying that, but that's the reality of it. It went off road and got used. Those, that's just wax there from our detail department. Let's see. Inside is in pretty good shape in general. I mean, you can see that in the photos on our website. It's actually a lot better in here than it is outside. You know, the seats are in good shape. They're not torn, they're not ripped, they're not stained, really. I mean, there's a little bit of just wear here from getting in and out. Like that foam there is supposed to kind of extend out there, and it's crushed down, but that's just a byproduct of using a vehicle. Back seats are, well, folded down because of the tire carrier being back here, but I believe them to be in good shape. Maybe I can get the other one. Hold on. There we go. let's try that. That one doesn't want to cooperate, so we'll pull up the other one on the driver's side and see how that looks. Walk around. Because I haven't looked at the back seats at all. Yeah, they're fine. One thing about the interior in this vehicle, it does smell like a dog. It doesn't smell like cigarettes or anything like that, but they definitely had a dog in here, and it's pretty obvious as soon as you open the door. I would, in my opinion, I didn't grow up around pets. I don't have a dog. I'm not used to it, so I'm maybe a little more sensitive to it than some, but for me, it's about a 5 out of 10. Like, it's not cloying or, you know, like hard to be in the vehicle, but it is, again, as soon as you open the door, you're like, oh, yep, a dog, for sure. So for what that's worth, maybe if you're allergic to pets or allergic to dander, this may not be the right vehicle, just because, yeah, we detailed it, but that doesn't mean there's no way to get every dog here out of a vehicle. Speaking of door openings, you may have noticed that this one goes a lot further than it should. It's because this door check strap here is torn. Basically, this part is torn. That is supposed to hook on to that right there. It's supposed to loop onto that and hold the door about there, like the other side. The other one opens correctly. The door check strap on that one isn't broken. This one is, so it just opens. And then that is why that dent is there, because that part of the mirror hits the door, and if you obviously open it hard enough, it dents it. And clearly it's been like that for a while, because that didn't just happen yesterday. See, there's little scratches in there, like it's been done a million times. So, other thing, I want to start it up because it does have an aftermarket muffler, and it does make a little more noise than, if I can find the keyhole. Good Lord. It does make a little more noise than a 3.8 Wrangler usually does, but it has a muffler. It's just less of a muffler than the factory one. So, not something you'd be able to see in a picture. That's why I wanted to point it out. Let's go under here. Those off. Bear with me for a second. So this, I'll show you this too. Again, something you would see when you get here. Locking hood latch. Never seen that. I've been around tens of thousands of vehicles. I've never seen a locking hood latch. That's a new one for me. But you basically, you just have to reach up behind it and actually physically actuate the latch yourself. And you got to kind of do it twice. So there we go. But under hood, it actually looks pretty good. Sounds like it's got a little bit of an exhaust leak, maybe on that side, driver's side cylinder bank, but that's what's going on. Pretty clean aftermarket air intake, obviously, but generally nicer under here than the body is, I guess. So, and I believe, if I remember right, my coworker telling me, yes, this one does have an airbag light on, so that is something I believe we'll have to get it back to service and get that addressed, because it's a safety issue, obviously. So that's kind of the drill. So I'm going to send this to you. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have any other questions, if you need anything else from me or from us. And if you plan to come in and check it out and test drive it on Wednesday or Thursday, like you said, just let me know and we'll arrange that, as long as the vehicle is available at that time. So thanks for your time, sir, and I look forward to hearing from you. Bye.